Hi, hope everyone's well and you are staying safe. Today I want to talk about Battlefield and what you think, or maybe I think, is or could be the most important release that DICE and EA have made in the franchise. Okay, so according to the community, Battlefield has lost its way in the last few iterations of the game. A lot of people didn't like Hardline, a lot of people didn't like Battlefield 1, and the majority didn't like Battlefield 5. So what do you think was or could be the most important release for the franchise? We have the classics Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, 4, and Battlefield 1. For its release, it was absolutely fantastic, like it or not. So is it one of them that I think, and maybe you think, is the most important release for Battlefield? Well, you know what I think the most important release is? It's not been released yet. I think the most important release is going to be Battlefield 6 or whatever it's going to be called. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but a lot of the people who used to concentrate all their channel on Battlefield content and moved over to Warzone have now started creeping back. Is the hype beginning to start? Is the marketing going to start for the next Battlefield? Because hopefully in spring we should be hearing more about Battlefield 6. Maybe it's a trailer, maybe some information, maybe an announcement about the game, because it seems a bit funny to me, a bit suspect and dodgy that the likes of Jack Frags, Westy, AKR, people like that are now beginning to talk about Battlefield. Has something been said out there? So this is what I want to talk about. This is why I think Battlefield 6 for DICE and EA is the most important release. Why would I say that? Well, we all know what happened with Battlefield 5. It was an absolute catastrophe. Not many people in the community liked it. I didn't like it right from the beginning. A lot of people, granted, gave it more a chance than I actually did. I wasn't willing to do that. I knew it was trash from the beginning. And it ended up trash. Apparently, it's getting better now they've stopped supporting the game. However, a lot of people looked at Battlefield 5 as a slap in the face to the community. So let's try and forget about that, even though it's hard and I really can't at the moment, still now. But why do I think Battlefield 6 or whatever it's going to be called is going to be the most important release? Well, we know what happened with Battlefield 5 and the way they treated the community, and now DICE and EA have got to get that trust back. But they've got to make one or two changes, and there's implementations in Battlefield 5 even now that are concerning me a little bit that are going to be in Battlefield 6. And one of them is the dreaded skill-based matchmaking. Is that coming to the Battlefield franchise? Well, I don't know, but apparently they're experimenting with it. They need to get that right, because if they get it wrong, they could damage this franchise beyond repair. Another thing they need to deal with is the hacking problem in the game. Battlefield is one of the prominent games out there who is plagued or who are plagued with hackers. You even go on now Battlefield 5 and you can't have a decent game. Believe me, I've tried it. I've tried to give the game a chance, even recently. And all that happens is you get matched up with hackers, wall hackers, aimbot, etc, etc. It's not a good experience, and they need to deal with that straight away before the release of the game. And for me, the most important thing, well, maybe it's not the most important thing, equally as important, is content. You've got to release this game with decent content. You've got to remember what happened, DICE, EA, with Battlefield 5. You've got to give us so much more this time. The live service for me was no good. It didn't work. It was a good idea, but it really didn't work. However, I do think that's probably going to be the standard. I was a big fan of the Premium Pass. There's arguments for and against the Premium Pass, but I was a advocate for the Premium Pass. You've got to have content in this game. 10, 12 maps to start with. You've got to have a roadmap to let us know what we're going to get, because I think the problem is with the next iteration of the game is you're not going to get as many if any, pre-orders for this game. Of course, people will pre-order the game. However, these reasons are the reasons I think that this is the most important release in the franchise. You've got to get it near perfect for people to try and forget about Battlefield 5, the way the community was treated, what they were given, and the experience they had in the last game. So for me, the bottom line is Battlefield 6, whatever it's going to be called, is going to be the most important release ever for the Battlefield franchise. Don't know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Obviously, you might not agree with me. You might think something else. Maybe his Levolution was the biggest thing. Maybe his Destruction, Bad Company 2, etc., etc. Let me know in the comments. I mean, if you've got a valid argument, then obviously I'm going to agree with you. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, press that bell icon and tick it so you get notifications of when I'm uploading new videos. And this is Mr. Devlin, still hyped for Battlefield 6 and the franchise in general, and out.